ready to try and keep it down because we don't have our microphone. So if everybody, if I could get your attention, and we're going to start the meeting. Thank you all so much for coming because this is a very important meeting. You all have copies of our minutes from the last meeting. Hopefully you've had time to take a look at it because I would love to entertain a motion to approve the minutes from our April meeting. Second? Huzzah, great. We're going to move very quickly. So the first thing we're going to do is deal with our executive board election. I'm going to grab my bios. We only have 2 offices that are contested. And so what we're going to do is let you meet the people that are running for those offices because you're going to have to vote for them. The first office is the Committee for the Diversity and Community Engagement. And one of the people, co-VP, Sharon May, is running with Iris Chen, and Iris cannot be here tonight, so I'm going to read you her bio. I am the proud parent of 3 children, all of whom have attended or are currently attending Brooklyn Tech. Over the past 2 years, I've had the honor of serving on the school's Parent Association Executive Board as co-vice president of Diversity and Community Engagement. In this role, I've worked closely with Sharon and fellow PA Executive Board members to organize Lunar New Year celebrations, secure sponsors for the Spring Gala, and support a wide range of school events and initiatives. Beyond Tech, I actively involved in our local community through volunteer work with my children's Boy Scout troop and various city agency events. I also work in a diverse environment where I can learn from colleagues with a wide range of backgrounds and perspectives. Together we celebrate our differences through cultural events and initiatives that promote inclusivity and collaboration. I believe diversity is a driving force behind innovation, creativity, and progress. By embracing and celebrating our differences, we can encourage greater parent involvement, strengthen our school community, and work together to support the success and well-being of all Brooklyn Tech students. I'm excited for the opportunity to continue serving and contributing to our school community. Thank you for your support and consideration. Sharon, could I ask you to come up, and or you can, wherever you like, stand right here. And Iris is running with Sharon for the Diversity Committee.
Okay, thank you everyone for coming. So this is Sharon May. If you have been attending the Lunar New Year celebration, you know me. Yeah, thank you. So I have been in the position of VP of Diversity for the past years, and I have been hosting the Lunar New Year celebration with Iris Chen, my co-VP, for 2 years. And we have been work together, and Lunar New Year have been the one of the large, I would say biggest social events, and also one of the major fundraiser events. And in the past year, we raised about almost $30,000 to PA, and in the past, the last year we raised about like $25,000. So thank you for everyone for supporting. And yes, okay, if you can vote me, then next year we can celebrate together for the year of gold. And it will be our 10th anniversary of the Lunar New Year. So I want to point it out, like Tech is the only school continually, like non-stop, to host the Lunar New Year for 10 years. While the other specialized high schools stopped during the pandemic. So we are proud of ourselves. So other than Lunar New Year, I also participate in almost every volunteering events, like open house, Lord Sale, and culture gala, yes, gala, and culture fair, and all other culture events, and also breakfast and dinner with principal, and also the virtual college related bookshop, like everything. So I expect to serve PA 1 more year. So please vote me. Thank you.
Thank you, Sharon. So Sharon and Iris are running as a team of Pro VPs. They are running against Daniel O'Connell. Daniel, are you here this evening? I just wanted to confirm that you didn't make it. Thanks, Tiffany. All right, then I will read Daniel's bio, and now we're on his shout, so thank you, Mr. Newman. I have served on PTA and on parent committees since my child was in grade school. I have a particular interest in diversity in public schools, having helped lead a campaign to sue the NYC DOE to guarantee a right to an anti-racist curriculum. Lawsuit is still pending. I'm a proud member of a non-traditional family and an openly gay man. By trade, I am a litigator. So we will be passing out ballots soon, but we have one other race that is also contested, and that is for assistant treasurer. So at this time, I'd like to invite Marina Sirota to come up and introduce herself. Arena, are you here? All right, then I'm sorry, you're going to have to let me read one more. As a finance professional with over 20 years of experience, I bring a strategic mindset and analytical skills to the PA board. My son, a freshman, has inspired me to deepen my involvement with the school community. I'm committed to fostering a supportive environment for all families during our 3-year journey ahead. Finance expertise, proficient in budgeting, collaborative leadership, experience in working with diverse teams to achieve common goals. Passionate advocate, dedicated to enhancing student experiences and parental engagement through active participation. Community builder, eager to connect parents, teachers, and students to strengthen our school's foundation. I look forward to contributing positively and making a lasting impact on our school community. And again, that is Marina Sirota running for assistant treasurer. And she is running against Lorraine Mono. Lorraine, can I have you come up here? Thank you.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for taking the time to be here today after a long day of work and activity. For those of you who may not know me, I am Maureen Wong. I'm running for the assistant treasurer. I'm also a proud parent for 2 kids. A senior who's going to be graduating next month. I still can't quite believe it. I still have a sophomore. So like many of you, I have experience in both the excitement and the challenges navigating high school as a parent. And I truly value the important role of our PA to supporting our students, teachers, and families. So professionally, I have been in finance industry for over 20 years, and with extensive experience in budgeting, forecasting, financial reporting, and data analysis, working with numbers, and trying to make sure everything is streamlined and balanced correctly in the books. That's my major part of my professional life. And this is my 4th year serving as a PA executive board as a parent rep. So through this 4-year, I have had the privilege working with many dedicated parents like you guys, volunteers, and I have supporting numerous school events and activities. So through this experience, I'm very familiar with how PA operates and all the teamwork involved, how important it is, and it's the effort that it takes behind the scenes that makes everything successful to our kids. systems, the QuickBooks, and the Square payment. So in fact, if you have purchased the school merchandise in the open house or a raffle ticket at a gala, so for a good chance I might have already swiped your credit cards. And then for some of you have technically supporting my financial experience for years. As parents, we all share a common goal, which is creating the best possible experience and opportunity for our kids. So I would truly to be honored to be continue serving in the PA and our school. So thank you again for coming tonight, for your support and consideration. So I would appreciate for your vote. Thank you.
Thank you, Lorraine. Ken, I've got the ballots that we can start handing out, and we're going to have 2 ballots this evening. And by the way, for those of you that may not have been to a meeting before, this is my co-president, Tiffany Roberts. Thank you. All right, so we are now, while they're passing those out, you can see, you can vote. Please only vote, check a box for just one for diversity and one for assistant treasurer. If you mark both, your vote gets tossed out. So we also hold the election for school leadership team at this time as well. And we have 4 openings. We have 6 candidates, and we're going to ask them to come up now as well. One at a time. Let me get the bios. The first, and let me just say this to all the candidates, we are going to hold you to 2 minutes. There are 6 of you, so we're going to give you a sign when your 2 minutes are up. So our first candidate is Iris, is it Edamudu? Edamudu? Please come up and say it properly. So, yeah. When Nadesh first started here, I remember I called her Joseph Nadesh. All right, so your 2 minutes doesn't start until you have that.
Does everybody have a ballot for the PA right now? All good, right?
Everybody have a ballot?
Everyone has a ballot? Okay.
Attention to the comprehensive education plan that's set forth by the DOE. I've attended at least 3 or 4 meetings this year to see how it works, and I did come up with at least one idea that we can initiate next year. As far as interdisciplinary learning, there was a question that came up as to whether how we tie history and math together, or art and music together. And in the math component, I found that if we were to do a lesson on ancient Rome and the architecture of ancient Rome and pre-AP world history, I'm familiar with that because I'm a ninth grader, the geometry class would be able to then build different shapes, either draw them or literally build them in order to tie those two things together. Another initiative I was thinking of in regards to the cultural aspect, that's time. Oh gosh. All right, the bottom line is I have extensive experience, as you can see on the paper. I am, like I said, a professional electrician, and more than that, I am a parent. I'm also first generation American, so I can relate to everyone. As a new parent, I believe that new eyes are necessary to move the ball forward, and that is what I am for. I am a team player, I'm a collaborator, I'm a creator, and I'm here to serve you. Thank you for your time. Vote for me. Thank you.
I lost my bios. Where's my, can I borrow your bio for SLT? Thank you.
All right, our next candidate for SLT, and again, you'll be voting for 4 out of the 6, is Amy Mack. 2 minutes.
2 minutes, Amy, 2 minutes.
It won't be long. Hi, for those of you who do not know me, my name is Amy Mack. I am a proud mom of the class 2025 and 2027. So that means the one is already off to college and the other one is currently a junior. Yes, I only have 1 year left. And I'm currently the VP for communications. So for the years that my children have been with Tech, I've run freshman rep, senior rep, helping with various different events and fundraising as well. I decided to run for communication last year. So for those of you who have seen the new website, that was me. And I also helped managing the group chats for the WhatsApp. Sorry, WeChat, I'm just a member, just way too much. But so if you see lots of communication from me, that's me, I'm sorry. But I'm hoping, and I've always wanted to do, is to make sure everybody is informed. So for the next year, I would like to run for the school leadership team, which is to basically combine some of the skills that I've had done in the past and what I've learned here on the executive board of PA. And hopefully that will work out better for everyone. And what have I done in the past? In the past, I have been on the executive board for my middle school, as well as here. So just continue my experience. But while I was there, I was also on the SLT. So I've been there before, I've seen it, and I'm looking forward to speaking on behalf of the parents, to working with the staffs and the administration to speak for the parents. Okay, and I don't want to go too much in.
You got 10 seconds, Amy. 10 seconds, Amy. Come on.
Please vote for me.
All right, our next candidate is Michelle Seddon-Britton.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm not a big talker, I'm more of a doer, so I would just suggest that you might want to select me as your representative on the SLT because I've had experience on the SLT and I believe that it's a great opportunity for collaboration among parents, teachers, and the administration of a school. In addition, I considered myself to be very proactive and I'm not just a person who would just sit and just go along. SLT is about discussion and debate, and then you agree on something. Even if you disagree, you're agreeing on behalf of all the children that we can serve. So that's my suggestion to you.
You still have a minute, Michelle.
I know. Like I said, I'm much more of a doer than a talker. I believe action speaks louder than words.
And we have enough talkers here, so thank you.
All right, our next candidate is Naeem.
2 minutes, sir.
Thank you. Oh, a minute. Hi, good evening, everyone. My name is Naeem Sidi. I went to Brooklyn Tech 30 years ago, graduated in 96, chemistry major. My daughter is a junior here, and my son is a freshman. I still have a 9-year-old that hasn't taken the exam yet. But I'm currently on the SLT, and I'm also on the executive board recording secretary, I think. But I'm going for co-president of fundraising. I've done SLT. Oh, SLT, sorry. I just walked in, my bad. So I'm on the SLT currently. I've served for 2 years now on the school leadership team. I've also served with SLTs in the kids middle school and elementary school. I know a lot about Brooklyn Tech because I went here. I also have 2 students that go here. And I care about the neighborhood. I care about the community here. I have a local business in the area. Also, I grew up in Bay Ridge. I have an insurance agency there, so I know Brooklyn very well as well as the city because my travels and my business takes me all over the city. And this is one of those schools that has students from all over the city. So that's why I like being on the SLT and talking to students, parents, and the school staff and leadership team as well. So thank you very much.
Next is Karen Solomon. Karen, are you here? All right, then I will read that for her. I'm a parent of a current junior in electrical engineering. We have had an amazing BTHS experience over the last 3 years. We love this school. I have been on SLT for the past 2 years and would like to continue. Outside of being a mom of twins, one at BTHS, I am also an architect partner at Gemser, where I have been for 26 years. Again, that's Karen Solomon. And our final candidate is Lily Tang. Lily could not be here. Her daughter is involved in sports teams here at Tech, so she sends her apologies. So I'll do that for her as well. My youngest child is a sophomore at Brooklyn Tech High School. Throughout my children's education, I have been actively involved in my children's school community, serving as the PA president, vice president, recording secretary, and treasurer at their elementary school. I also served as the parent representative on the SLT in both their elementary school and middle school. My involvement in both the PA and SLT has allowed me to gain valuable knowledge, share my experiences, and contribute to the school community. Currently, I serve as a sophomore representative on the PA. I would like to be considered for a parent position on the school leadership team to contribute and continue to support the BTHS community. Thank you for your time and consideration. Again, that's Lily Tang. We're going to have we collected all the ballots. Can we first, before we hand out the next ballot, can we just collect all of those for the board?
Anyone would like to make a donation? Any more donations?
All right, if you could just raise your hand if you need to collect your ballot from the executive board.
Ken.
Yes, they're going to, anyone that wants to observe, they will be counting back in the corner over here. You are free to observe.
Anybody?
All right, we're collecting executive board, because then we would like to hand out the SLT forms. And I promise you, we will introduce you to the rest of the executive board before the night is out. Again, for SLT, you're voting for 4 out of the 6. If you only want to vote for one person, that's totally fine. But you cannot vote for more than 4. Yes, you may vote for yourself if you are on the ballot.
Oh, we had that issue last time with Amy. Amy said, can I go for myself?
All right, and while we're taking care of the ballots, Mr. Newman he's very kindly agreed to answer questions that you guys may have. So at this time, I'm going to introduce Mr. Newman.
Thank you to the two people that sitting over here. Okay, first and foremost, I see that one, I'm looking forward to working with all the new members of the executive board for the PA, and a couple of non-contested positions, Ganesh and Teresa. Really looking forward to next year working together. We're going to become besties before long. So, anyway. All right, questions? Anybody got any? I know you're voting. Questions? Got any? Questions? No? Okay. Yeah.
Any further updates on how the school is adopting this class size requirement?
Okay, so the question was about class size. So to be completely and utterly transparent, we currently are at 25% of our classes in the building meet the class size mandate. The class size mandate, if you didn't know, 40 students in performance classes like music, physical education classes. In classrooms, everything, all the subjects we teach, physics, social studies, everything under the sun, the class size mandate is 25 or under, right? As you may know, historically, our classes have had a max of 34, or we kind of live in that 34 number. So anyway, currently 25% of our classes across the board meet the class size mandate. I've asked for funding from the city to get that number to 40%. 40% is the maximum amount we can do with our current facility and space. So there's that. I don't know yet whether we've got that funding, and so I should find out shortly. Gave me a little nervous because, to be honest, this is hiring season, and so if I'm going to hire the 21 teachers I'm looking to hire, I need to know if the funding's in place. And these are, once again, literally the 21 teachers would just be to shift a number of classes, 15% more classes from to 25 or under. That's completely what these positions are for. So we'll see. I do hear also a lot of, as you know, the city has 5 years to get 100% of classes citywide to meet all class size mandates. Now there's talk about extending that into longer years. I don't know if that's going to happen. Clearly, schools that have space considerations or space issues are going to be in the last year. And so even if they don't move it, we're looking to be a couple of years out from here. But with our current space, 40% is the most we can go. And to be honest with you, that is going to be a bit of a change in the community as far as culture. Like you're talking about every classroom being used, every period, teachers not having to leave classes, which now, there's a couple periods here and there in each classroom where it might not be used. That would not be the case. It would be literally maximizing out the building completely. And more teachers would have to travel, not have all their classes in one room. These are not issues for you, but there's going to be some issues, like what I'm calling cultural issues, that would shift with really perfect, Tetrising the building, and so that's what it would have to be. But 40% is our max. Sorry for the long-winded answer, but that's it. I'm killing time. Anyway, so any other questions? Yeah. Cell phone policy. So the cell phone policy, the same policy we have now, is to be intact for next year. I will say that, how do I say this right? As the year went by, I think the kids got a little bit more lax with the policy. I will make sure that does not happen again. And so there will be enforcement from the very beginning, enforcement in the middle, and enforcement right to the very end, right? So that's it. And so it's a very, cut and dry policy. You can't have your cell phones out unless the teacher has you use it for an educational purpose in class and a teacher's direction. Otherwise, absolutely not. If you're caught with your cell phone out, we will take them and come pick them up. If parents cannot come pick up their cell phone, you don't have one.
So what about the student repeatedly?
Yeah, I think, and I think that you're saying teachers repeating it, or teachers maybe getting a little lax on policy? Both.
Like the teacher, whenever there's a free time, the student just say, hey, let me take a look at my good message, just one glance, and then the teacher will give it away, and the parent have to go to the school to take it back. So the parent try to tell the kid not to do that, but it will teenager. So the parent is asking, what's the consequence if the kid repeating?
Oh, I got it. So we actually have phone detention. So that's something we've employed throughout the year. Literally, you are required to come give us your phone at the beginning of the day, and then you pick it up at the end of the day, right? Because you can't be trusted to have it during the day. If you don't, couple things. If you refuse to give up your phone, insubordination. If you get phone detention and you refuse to come and give your phone, insubordination. Insubordination, suspended. So these are not, we're not playing around. This is a state law. This is how, there is some interpretation and whatnot. We have seen massive strides with this policy. You don't see students having it out in the lunchroom and whatever. At the end of the year, there has been a little bit of creeping up in hallways and whatnot. I think as it gets warm, they think they can behave any way they want. And so we will make sure that they know that we're never taking our foot off the gas of cell phone policy. But yeah, but to be I'm told we've had no insubordination of any means. Kids are following with that sort of regard. If they mess up and take their phone out for whatever urgent reason, then they are they give up their phone and whatever. I will tell you, when we take a phone 9 times out of 10, it's you. It's you. Calling your kids, texting your kids, it's you. They show us the phone, and it's you. And so, and then when you come in to pick up the phone, we tell you you're picking up the phone. Don't be angry at your kid because it's you. And so, so don't let it be you, because then I'll put you on phone detention. And so don't do that. Yeah.
What's the criteria that needs to be met for a child to take pre-cal over the summer?
Oh, so that is a really good question. So the question was, what's the criteria for taking pre-cal over the summer? So this is sort of morphed, and I'll tell you a little bit of the history of this or whatever, because this one kind of goes, right? And so, so we used to have, so there's students that are accelerated that take Algebra 1 in middle school. That number is increasing drastically. A vast majority of students take Algebra 1. And so what we offered a summer pre-cal so that the kids who were not accelerated, who didn't take Algebra 1 in middle school, got accelerated by us over the summer, so every kid could take calculus here before they graduate, right? So I dreamed that every kid take calculus, and then all of a sudden I had all these kids who didn't want to take AP calculus, and that's the only calculus we offered. So I added a regular calculus class, so my dream could be fulfilled. Every kid could take calculus, right? And so now, my brilliant, I guess relatively new, assistant principal of math, one-upped me in this policy and said, when kids are not accelerated, right, why don't we just give them a double period algebra 1 in the fall and a double period geometry in the spring? What that means is, by the end of 9th grade, all kids, whether you accelerate or not, are now equal. No one has to take summer pre-cal anymore, and every kid takes the calculus. Okay, so that was brilliant, Mr. Romano. But now I have more kids taking summer pre-cal than ever before. Why? Because these crazy kids want to take multivariable calculus. And so the only way to take multivariable is to take calculus in your junior year, and then between sophomore and junior year, you come to summer pre-cal, and then and so then they're adding more to take multivariable calculus. And now I have hundreds of kids over the summer that are taking pre-cal just to take multivariable calculus. It's usually not an issue. If you come to me and you really want multivariable calculus, you're a math kid, and you usually there's no issue. But I say all that with, are the kids who are denied entry into the summer pre-cal? I'm not really sure. I can't really answer that off the top of my head. Maybe I'll text Mr. Amato. I'll find out while we're standing here. But yeah, I don't think that's really an issue. I think we offer it to all kids because they come in, like when a kid comes to you with tears in their eyes and say, I just want to take multivariable calculus. That's what I want to do. Like you don't really say no to that. That's you know, and so that's that. But so I'm making my dreams come true, their dreams come true, everybody's dreams. So yeah, so it's actually more of a robust program than ever before, which is sort of crazy. But it's all about multivariable calculus. It's not a kid that's like, I want to take calculus junior year and not take math senior year. It's not that, because then I wouldn't let them do it, right? So they're accelerating for a purpose with the intent to take multi. It's sort of a commitment. And so, so there's that. All right, another question? Yeah. Yeah, AP statistics. So, yeah, I didn't mean to discount statistics. I know this is being recorded. All the statistics teachers will be very upset with me right now. Some kids, I did have a dream that we could kind of talk about calculus, but some of the kids just had a dream of taking 4 years of math and not taking calculus. And some kids take AP statistics instead of calculus. Some kids take AP statistics and AP calculus. That's another story. Yeah, so I don't. So yeah, a lot of kids take AP statistics, and we have a lot of sections of it. Every kid doesn't get in. It is based on grades, but it's pretty fair about the amount of kids get in. But to be fair, also, not every kid gets into AP calculus, and that's another reason we have the regular calculus, and not every kid gets in. And we are talking about having a non-AP statistics class for kids who don't get to AP statistics, kids who don't want to take AP calculus or regular calculus. And so I think that would work to fulfill my dream of having every kid take 4 years of that, right? How many sections? Oh, don't quote me off the top of my head. I'm gonna say at least 400 kids are in that course. You know, at least I would say, like 30% of all the seniors are in that course. And so, yeah, I mean, if you add up AP statistics, AP calculus AB, AP calculus BC, and regular calculus, we're very close to, I mean, that's above 90% of all kids are in one of those. Right. Yeah, until we get a regular, non-AP statistics class, those kids who don't get into AP statistics, I would like for them to take regular calculus if they could, but I get it, they might want to take statistics over, and that's where the idea of taking regular statistics. We'll get that going, but it's not to be for next year. Yeah. Other questions? Yeah. So, letter grades. What do I want to say about letter grades? Letter grades are starting next year, but for none of your children.
Freshmen.
Unless you have a kid coming next year for the first time in ninth grade. Letter grades are going to start. This is like the big reveal. I just realized, I mean, those are shattering stuff. Those WeChat groups that are going nuts right now. And so we're starting with the ninth grade, we're going to follow through. So next year's ninth grade, we'll have letter grades, and then they'll grow up to 10th graders, and then the following year's ninth grade, until over a few years, the whole school of letter grades. But all students currently in the building, they're not getting letter grades, they're in the old system, and that's that. So starting with the ninth grade, we're going to do things small and work our way up. So yes, letter grades are starting next year, not for any of you. If that makes sense. Yes. Unless you have a ninth grader coming next year. Then you have, yeah. What was that? That's what you're concerned about, the top 10 GPAs? You know, it's funny, I was reading an article about a school close to where I live, Jericho High School on Long Island, and they have, I think they have 39 valedictorians. And I started thinking about that, and so they had 39 kids who got perfect grades. I don't even think they have letter grades. They had 39 kids who got like perfect 100s in all their courses. So that's interesting. I would love to be in a position where I saw a whole bunch of kids have perfect grades. I don't know. I just don't think it's going to happen. We'll see. We'll see. And so, but that's not affecting your kids, so don't worry. So that's that. There's something for everybody. There's for other people worry about. Yeah. Okay. I'm also, should I have other reveals? Does anybody have any students starting next year? Just you? So I'm just going to talk to you. This is how I serenade you. Your kid not only will have letter grades and no one else's will, right? But your kid, you know how we have a 10% bump for kids in AP classes? Not for your kid. No bump. Right? I should have told this before you decided that. And so the 10% all bumps on GPAs are a thing of the past, but all of your kids will still get their bumps, not your kid. So, yeah. Was that? Oh, so you have one kid who get like all the advantages and one kid. Okay. We did a lot of research on that actually, and colleges let us know that like it's literally the same thing. You weight classes, you tell them to weight classes, they put that in perspective when looking at your grades, or if you don't weight classes, you tell them you don't weight classes, it's all the same thing. You gotta realize that colleges get all sorts of crazy grades from all sorts of different schools. Some schools are on a 4.0 scale, some schools have letter grades, some schools bump kids, give kids 10% bumps. Some don't. They have to equal out all these kids when they're considering them. It's not like you give them a 10% bump and all of a sudden they have a 10% better chance of getting, like some percentage higher of getting into Harvard because Harvard's like seeing that bump and not comparing it to other kids who don't get the bump. They're comparing, right? And so anyway. So the thing is, you bump and you let them know is the same as you don't bump and you let them know that, right? And so they will all, respond to suit. So it'll all be sort of the same thing, if that makes sense. Okay. I don't know what else is happening to affect your kid. I'll think of something, and I'll let you know. Now you're done. Now you want me to be quiet?
No, you can take us long. We're happy to have you.
Oh, I'm happy to be happy. Yeah.
This is very college office specific, but do you have any idea how many of our kids got into those SUNY 10% the schools?
Oh, I don't know. That is statistics that I have not looked at. I can share that. Let me get that. I can not only that, but like the breakdown of like what colleges we went to, and even like how many kids went to colleges. Like that exists. I just don't have it right here. But it exists. But I can get you that. Maybe I'll find some way to make that public. Like maybe I'll share with SLT.
So I know a couple meetings ago you had shared about the installation of the vape detector. How is that coming along?
Of the what?
The vape detector in the bathroom. How is that coming along?
It's coming along. I mean, I think. It's definitely a trial sort of situation. We're not. What I didn't want to happen, I told the deans, like, I don't want to spend all day running around with big detectors. It's a deterrent. I think it's working on some level. I think if we find that the deterrent isn't enough, then I think we'll have to do like more of a full court press and start running to every bathroom and and stopping kids and whatnot. So. I mean, you're looking for here like for a cultural shift and in some regards for a small set of the population, and I think a deterrent is pretty good to shift culture a little bit, right? So So we'll see. So far, it's okay. I don't, you know, like having, to be honest with you, if I came up here and said I had an absolute finger on the pulse of what percentage of kids are vaping, what percentage of kids are vaping in building, that's not realistic. And like, I don't have a finger on the pulse that much. I know how many kids we catch, and I know that's like a bit less now. Maybe they're getting more savvy. I mean, you know, there could be so many factors around that. But yeah.
How are we doing with our fire safety?
In what regard?
Are we going to continue with human fire detectors?
Yeah. Hopefully not. So to get people into this, we do not have an active fire alarm in the building. Let me say that again. We do not have an active fire alarm in the building, right? And because we do not have an active fire alarm in the building, we have human beings all over the building called Fire Watch, which try to replicate an alarm system with human beings, because we do not have an active fire alarm in the building. To make a long story short, we've been working on, not me, but the city's been working on a new fire alarm system for the better part of a decade now. And so they've been doing it very slowly because, this is getting recorded, I'll get in trouble. Because we had a fire alarm that worked. Our fire alarm was so antiquated that it was hard to get parts, and when they break, it was hard to get parts and hard to get parts. Sometime last year, it was malfunctioning at an annoying pace. It was going off when it shouldn't be going off. They were testing it during classes, annoying me, and finally I said, I'm declaring that this thing doesn't work. I know that's above my pay grade or different from my pay grade, but I'm declaring, and this thing is shut down. And so I ordered it to be shut down because it just didn't work. And so I'm not relying on something that I don't think works. And to be honest with you, it was going off all the time where kids are in class and I'm not happy, right? So then we've been on Firewatch since. That's sped up the progress of this project that's been lasting for a long time. I think we're down to the nitty-gritty. There was a control board, you don't need to know any of this, but there was a control board that was not in the original drawing. I mean, it was supposed to be on one wall, and they put it on another wall, and then the fire department wouldn't clear it. And then we amended the idea to tell them that it's going to be on this wall. We got the amendment approved. The fire department is actually coming in 2 weeks, and fingers crossed, if they say you're good to go, they're supposedly done, but the fire department has to sign off on it, so they're going to do all sorts of tests. The last time they came, they didn't do any tests. They saw the control board in the wrong place, and they walked out of the building. They said it's not supposed to be there, it's supposed to be over there, done. And so, not so easy to move the control board. It sounds easy, it was so easy. We got a variance to put the control board where the company ended up putting it. So they're coming again, and they're gonna test the system, and if it works, then we get rid of the human beings, and we actually have an active fire alarm. So I will know that before the end of the year, so I'll let you guys know, like, what happens with the thing. But yeah, it doesn't sound very safe, because it's not. Yeah, okay. Any other questions? You done with your lecture? You good?
We are good.
All right, thank you everyone. Thanks for coming today. Appreciate all of you, and excited to hear the results.
Is everybody ready for the results? Sorry, Ken's gonna come and give his treasurer's report first.
Hi, good evening, everyone. I just have a few updates for you. Again, thank you for coming. For the month of April, you should have a slide of my chart in front of you. We recorded revenues of $41,000, and coming from 8,000 from the annual review, 31,000 from the gala, and 20,000 from merchandise and staff cost that we hosted in April. With this increase, our year-to-date revenues is at $419,000, and our annual review is at 92% of our annual target. On the spending side, we spent about $35,000 in April, with a large portion related to fundraising expenses coming from the April gala. We have to pay for the venue, decoration, and all the time capsule that we all enjoy. We also sponsored a dinner for college reps for about $8,000, and school teams for over $3,000 for the ones achievements, and the TA, without any hesitation, sponsored whatever we could for their trip to compete. So thank you for your support. And then with Mr. Newman, we have a dedicated line for Mr. Newman, and he purchased stuff on behalf of SGO. That's what the line represents. And as we approach graduation, I think I've said it a couple of times in the past, we continue to work very closely with COSA to support families that cannot afford the senior deal, families that with economic hardship. So you see the line that we support, we provide our continued support in that endeavor. And so far we have supported over 20 families who are having difficulties coming up with paying senior deal. So the remaining spending relates to hospitality to support school events, and basically that brings our year-to-date spending to $280,000 with a net income of $139,000. Our cash balance as of April is at $543,000. Any questions, comments? Otherwise, I'll pass it on to Kim and Tiffany. I said you've done a great job.
Oh, thank you.
You
You as well.
When you pass these books, the next new generation get the cash balance and come home $1 million.
You found $500 million?
I bought a Tesla.
Someone gotta do it.
So, Kim, would you like me to?
We have actually, Teresa, come up real quick. We have one very quick announcement, because we have another event on Thursday that we are, I know, dragging you guys here 2 nights in 1 week is a lot to ask, but it seems like a great event.
We have the AAPI event. This is the first ever event that we are hosting for AAPI month. The panelists that are coming are very renowned. We have a photojournalist, adjunct professor from Columbia. We have a volunteer organization that will be coming straight from the mayor's office, offering community service to all of our students, hopefully. We have a thank you, Katie, for pulling together the last 2 weeks. Wasu is a Pulitzer Prize winning author. We've already notified the English department and they will try to come. And Lai Ling is the standards vice president at MSNBC, at NBC Studios, and we've invited Law and Society. We'll also have a very nice donation from 4 publishing houses, 2 tablescapes that will be donated to our school for students to be able to pick books from there. Wasu has also gotten Penguin Random House to donate signed copies for 10 lucky winners, and we will have a raffle for that. In addition, we will be launching our online silent auction from June 1st to June 15th to kind of raise money till the end. So every dollar, every penny that we raise goes back to the students. And then also from our generous sponsors, we have books that were donated to us. So this is all for college prep readiness. One of the books is from Dr. Cologne, who was at the vendor fair. So if you need that book, it's right there.
Please help yourselves when you leave today.
And then we will bring back the online ordering campaign starting June 15th through July 15th for merchandise ordering.
Thanks, Teresa. I'm sorry we delayed long enough. I'd like to introduce, I'm just going to ask you to stand up and wave. We had several positions that were not contested, so I would like to, again, when we call your name, if you could just stand up and give a wave. Nadesh Joseph. Nadesh and Teresa Long. They will be our co-presidents. Charles. Yeah, Charles, are you here? Charles is going to be our treasurer. We will miss you, Ken. Well, I won't miss you because I'm going to be with you, Ken.
We'll still miss him.
Yeah. Craig Kelleher. Craig is going to be the co-recording secretary with Ellen Cerniglia. She could not be here this evening.
VP of fundraising will be Naive.
Yay!
As I said, these were not contested, but I do need a motion to approve these positions. Second? Congratulations, everybody.
I'm sorry, just quickly, if you ran, called your name, you won, congratulations, but please don't leave because Mary needs your information. And for SLT, I'm sorry. These are the contested positions. The assistant treasurer will be Lorraine Wong. And the VP of Diversity and Community Engagement will be Iris Chang with Sharon May. So now for SLT, we have 4 positions going to Amy Mack, Naeem Siddiqui, and Howard Solomon and Lily Ting, who unfortunately.
Congratulations, everyone. And as Tiffany said, please see Mary Hune. She does need to get your information. Please don't forget to help yourself to the books that we have on the table right here. Do we have any other questions?
Make sure you buy your ticket for Thursday.
And API is a really, really nice event. We've got some great speakers and we're going to have some great food. So please consider coming. All right. If that's it. Come to the chorus concert on Friday. So yes, we'd like you